We are so grateful to have Larry S. Buckley. I can't imagine any of this without them. They were absolutely professional on every level. They were able to assess our property in ways that we couldn't even imagine being able to do, and assess our losses and therefore our award from PG&E. Standing here in this house, it's hard to say how grateful we are, because without them, we wouldn't have this right now. One of the things that I think really helped our case is that we had the property on the market just before the fire. It was something that my husband and I did. We weren't really sure we wanted to sell, but we thought, well, we're not sure what the next thing is, so let's put it on the market and see what happens. And when you do that, we're working with a wonderful realtor, and she had, of course, taken photographs of the entire property, all 3 homes at that time, in and out, drone footage. And so we had all of this material to hand over to Larry S. Buckley and Associates, and they went through that material with a fine-tooth comb and were able to establish what our true losses were over and above our insurance, because like everyone else, we were terribly underinsured. We lost over 1,000 trees on this property. I would not know that number without them doing an in-depth study of the topography both before and after the fire. It was shocking and surprising and wonderful that they were able to do as much as they did. It was fantastic. We had no idea how underinsured we were. Even with the award from PG&E and insurance, we were still able to only build 1 house out of the 3 that we lost, or 4 that we lost on this property. I don't know, I think we would still be living in an RV 4.5 years after the fire if we hadn't made that connection with Larry S. Buckley and Associates. Our case was quite challenging because of the size of the property and the number of homes that were on the property, and we were 18 acres. It's like we lost over 1,000 trees. We had 4 homes. It was complex. What survived, what didn't survive, the landscaping. And Larry S. Buckley and Associates was able to pull all of that together and present it in a way that made sense. I think that their expertise in real estate and that type of thing really made a difference. I don't think we had, surprisingly, with the type of claim that we had and with the extent of the claim that we had, it was really quite smooth. I felt like they understood our differences, our specific issues, and I felt like our claim was so complicated and diverse, and we never fit inside any particular box. And yet I felt that Larry S. Buckley and Associates was able to pull everything together in a way that made sense. I felt that Larry S. Buckley and Associates had a connection with PG&E attorneys and were able to present our case directly to them so that they could understand the complexities of our case. Based on that, it was relatively smooth. I felt like we were in good hands and were well represented by Larry S. Buckley and Associates. They sent out regular letters notifying us of where the trust was in the cases. They notified us immediately when something developed that was pertinent to our case in particular. Answered phone calls immediately. Just really wonderful to work with. The staff and Kevin Sweeney that we work so closely with, and Larry himself, everyone was just wonderful and helpful and happy, and that was a good thing. We ended up with Larry S. Buckley and Associates in a very interesting way. After the fire, of course during the fire, my husband and I had lost all of our show cars. And after the fire, my husband had taken all of the insurance money from all of our cars and bought one car that was very, very special to him. It's beautiful. And the first time that we were showing it at the Concours d'Elegance, we happened to be parked right next to Larry Buckley. And my husband and Larry, of course, were chatting. And Larry happened to ask if we had secured an attorney for the settlement, PG&E settlement. And we told him no, because my husband and I kind of felt like we would be okay, and certainly better off than a whole lot of other people. We're the kind of people that figure stuff out, and we felt that we would be able to kind of go it on our own, and we're just not litigious people, so it just didn't feel right to us for a couple of reasons. But Larry changed our mind. It wasn't about getting more than we deserved. It was really about how underinsured we were and how much more I hate to use the word deserved, but it is deserved. We lost over 1,000 trees on this property, and that was not something that was included in our insurance. Our insurance, of course, paid for about 3 trees. It was beyond our expectations, and having Larry open us up to that and consult with us and allow us to understand how important it was for us to do this. And in the end, if it weren't for Larry S. Buckley and Associates, we wouldn't be here now, and it's all because of Larry S. Buckley. So we're very, very grateful and appreciative.